Thank you very much for coming. For those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Corporal Miles Hebert. I'm with the RCMP Media Relations Office. And on behalf of Assistant Commissioner Bill Robinson, Commanding Officer of D Division, as well as all members of the RCMP in the province of Manitoba, welcome to the Portage la Prairie RCMP detachment for the announcement of Project Demerit. I'm pleased to have some very special guests here today that I would like to introduce. Chief Superintendent Scott Cullity, Criminal Operations Officer for D Division. Superintendent Glenn Segursma, Officer in charge of West District. Inspector Jean-Marc Nadeau, Officer in charge of Central Plains Detachment Area. Councillor Ryan Espy, Public Safety, City of Portage la Prairie. And Dale Lyle, City Manager of Portage la Prairie. And without further ado, I would ask Superintendent Scott Cullity to speak on behalf of Criminal Operations in the province of Manitoba.
Thank you very much, Miles, sir. Good morning, and thank you for being here today. Councillor Espy, City Manager Dale Lyle, fellow RCMP officers, and representatives from the media. RCMP detachment commanders regularly communicate with the elected officials of the communities we serve to receive input about their local policing priorities. The message has been clear. Drug trafficking is a common concern in all communities. Investigators from the Portage la Prairie detachment have taken the issue seriously and have been compiling intelligence on certain members of the community. In October 2011, officers in the RCMP Portage la Prairie General Investigation Section began working on Project Demerit. This police project focused on street-level trafficking in the city of Portage la Prairie. The investigation was coordinated by the RCMP Portage la Prairie General Investigation Section in collaboration with officers from the RCMP West and East Districts. More than 125 RCMP officers participated in the project during the arrest stage of the investigation. 30 individuals are now facing over 100 charges under the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act and the Criminal Code of Canada. The charges include cocaine trafficking, marijuana trafficking, breach of undertaking, recognizance and probation, and various firearms and weapons offenses. During this investigation, RCMP members made numerous drug seizures from individuals selling illicit drugs in the community at a number of locations. The drugs seized included powder cocaine, marijuana, and some synthetic drugs. 7 search warrants were also executed during the course of Project Demerit. Investigation has proven that street-level drug traffickers are the foot soldiers of organized crime. They are the suppliers of drugs in rural Manitoba. Street-level drug traffickers are not the top echelon of organized crime, dealing in large quantities of drugs. That's why you don't see crates full of illicit drugs here or cash today. Nonetheless, their activities have a tremendous impact on the community. Drug use and the criminality that surrounds it harm individuals and communities. It destroys lives. We consider Project Demerit a complete success. This is intended to send a clear message. Drug dealing is not welcome in Manitoba communities, and we will do everything we can to disrupt it. Information is the key to finding these offenders. We encourage everybody with information on illicit drug activity to contact their local RCMP detachment, or if they wish to remain anonymous, contact Manitoba Crime Stoppers. Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chief Superintendent Cullity. I will now call on Superintendent Glenn Segursma, RCMP West District. Sir.
Good morning, and thanks for being here this morning. I'll be brief. I think you get most of the details from Chief Superintendent Cullity. I just want to take a few minutes and thank the community and the people that are involved in this. First and foremost, the members of the RCMP who have dedicated countless hours to this, many paid but many unpaid as well, to making an impact on the community of not just Portage la Prairie but also Western Manitoba and quite frankly the entire province, and even as far as delving into Western Canada as well. Public safety relies heavily on the engagement of our communities in helping us move forward with regards to interdicting or working on the people that are actually exploiting the vulnerable people in our communities. This project, I think, is a great example of that collective work, and I think it sets the tone for where we need to continue to go in the future. The community of Portage la Prairie needs to be patted on the back for the assistance that they provided for us here, but definitely the members of this detachment and the members of the detachments that assisted in this, and the surrounding detachments who are also impacted by the intelligence gathered by this project, will have a long-lasting effect on the persons, again, who exploit those vulnerable people in our communities. Actually, I'll leave it there because I think our local detachment commander, Jean-Marc Nadeau, Inspector Nadeau, will have a few comments from a local perspective and can probably bring that together a little bit better than I can. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Superintendent Segursma. I will now ask Inspector Jean-Marc Nadeau to speak on behalf of the Central Plains Detachment Area and the good work done by the Portage la Prairie Detachment.
Thank you, Miles. Good morning, everybody. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Chief Superintendent Claudy, Superintendent Segursma, Councillor Espy, and our City Manager Del Lau for attending this briefing this morning. Throughout my tenure at Central Plains, I've maintained a constant communication with our community leaders, partners, and stakeholders. This open dialogue has led to the identification of many police-related issues in the community. Drug abuse, traffic enforcement, and police presence always surface at the top as issues to be addressed. My colleagues and I at the RCMP have implemented over the past 3 years many initiatives to address these issues. To help reduce the impact of drug abuse, we've implemented a crime reduction strategy based on intelligence gathered by not only our police officers, but by community members as well. It is this intelligence which formed part of the basis for Project Demerit. As Detachment Commander, I'm very proud of the work accomplished in the community in general, and specifically with the project by all of our employees, regular members, municipal employees, and public and our federal employees. Our employees have banded together to ensure that work on the project was done in a professional and proficient manner, but as well as to ensure that the operational requirements of Central Plains were met. Our police officers, civilian employees pulled together to ensure that our communities continued receiving policing service as they've become accustomed to receiving throughout this project, and for that I'm indebted to them. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our employees at Central Plains for their dedication to serving our communities. As we move forward, our goal is to continue with our crime reduction strategy, which will include not only the application of the law, but crime prevention issues as well. The role of the police is to ensure that the laws of our land are respected. In other words, our role is to law enforcement. To achieve this, we rely on many different types of initiatives to reduce crime in the community. As the father of modern policing has said, Sir Robert Peel, we don't judge a police agency by the number of arrests it's make, but rather by the absence of crime. It is there where our crime reduction strategy will focus as we move forward into the future. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, Inspector Nadeau. I would like to call now on Ryan Espy from the City of Portage la Prairie to speak to this project. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I will try to be brief as well. All I will say is Project Demerit. It was an impressive operation with a very impressive result. And what I will now offer is just, on behalf of the city, our sincerest appreciation for all the hard work done by the brave men and women of the RCMP, and reaffirm our extreme confidence in the work done by the RCMP. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much. This will conclude the formal presentation portion of our event. Our guests would be happy to speak